Going live. Live. Wow, that was weird. It was a weird thing to happen as we're live, as we're drinking non-alcoholic beverages for some reason. Hi, PETA. Hello, you handsome kitty. You're very handsome. You're a very handsome kitty cat. Love me, PETA. PETA's not loving me. PETA is not loving me, and that is wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. So, hi, Anita. Hi, Roman. I'm exhausted today. I'm just so tired. How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? There's a Christopher, a Dominic. I don't know how long we're going to make it on this one tonight, guys. I am so tired. But we got a handsome kitty cat who does not want to give me attention. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. You're going the wrong way. I'm not that way. I'm this way. I'm this way. Come here. You very handsome kitty. There you go. Now you're coming this way. You're rubbing my leg. He's being a cow, right? I'm having a hell of a time sharpening M4. Roman, if you're not sharpening M4 with diamonds, you're just doing it wrong. I mean, that's not true. You can sharpen M4 with whetstones, but it's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a while. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I haven't slept in 4 years. Yeah, I know that feeling. Hello, handsome kitty cat. Can I pick you up? Are you going to be a jerk about it? You're going to be a jerk about it. He's going to be a jerk about it. So, been putting some extra time into the shop. There's just a lot going on. Coded 5 lower receivers today, among other stuff. And yeah, so anyway, ceramic rods on them for just obviously. Okay, well, if we're already close to sharp, then you honed, you weren't sharpening. Yeah, so sharpening is when you take a dull thing and you make it sharp. Honing is when you take an already sharp thing and you just put that last little bit on it. And ceramic is usually a honing process. Like when you're up to ceramic anyway, you are just refining that fine little edge. And when you are, so like you wouldn't sharpen with a ceramic anything. It's more of a honing process. So my stepdad's half-brother is going to the Army. Training in Atlanta. What is near Atlanta? Well, there's Georgia. Fort Gordon is the only... Wait. So the only basic training base that's in Georgia would be Fort Benning. I don't know if it's near Atlanta. I don't know. I don't think it's specifically near Atlanta, but I know that Fort Benning is in Georgia. And Fort Benning used to be where all the infantry guys went to basic training, but they switched it. So it used to be all the armor and cavalry guys went to Fort Knox. And they did their basic training and their AIT, their tech school, their skills training at Fort Knox. And all the infantry dudes did it at Fort Benning. But for some reason, they flip-flopped it. So now all the armor and cavalry guys do it all at Fort Benning. And all the infantry guys go to Fort Knox. And it makes no sense to me whatsoever. Because Fort Knox has plenty of like wide rolling hills and stuff. And that's what you need to train tanks and cavalry dudes. Although cavalry scouts can train in wooded areas, like need all sorts of stuff. But David Jones, who cares? It's 4 helicopters. They were just helicopters flying. They were just helicopters. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Fort Benning. I don't know how close it is to Atlanta or not, Dominic. I'm not sure. Honestly, I've been to Fort Benning. I don't remember what it's near. I honestly don't remember what it's near. I just don't know. Yeah, imagine my disappointment when I found out that all the gold at Fort Knox actually isn't even at Fort Knox anymore. It's all spread out among the Federal Reserve banks. I spent 16 weeks at Fort Knox, and we saw the actual gold vault a bunch of times off in the background, and you know what? There's nothing. There's nothing there anymore. Nothing at Fort Knox. 2 hours from Atlanta. Okay, thanks, Bob, for that drop in. I just don't know. Because, I'm pissed off that they changed it. Hi, what are you doing there, Giggle? Giggle is staring at me in the background. Hi, Giggle. That's your code name until you agree to be on camera.
I said I will.
I know you like tonight. Want to come sit next to me?
I don't know what I'm gonna.
You can just be on camera. You can just say hi. I'll say hi. Listen to my high-pitched voice. Everybody, this is the Giggle that was giggling last time. Hi. Hi. This is Ariel. You gonna giggle?
No.
So they believe it was really you?
No.
You're not gonna giggle?
No.
No. She's making life better all around and doing stuff. Basically policing all my shit and putting up with my shit.
Thank you.
Yes. So Kevin was going to be all excited to be like, hey, he knew who the Giggle was, but now everybody knows. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I don't have the energy to do anything official tonight, so didn't notice that one. What didn't you notice? I don't know what you didn't notice. I don't know.
Hello.
I didn't think she was gonna get on here tonight. But see, she's nice to me. Weird.
Why?
Because you're nice to me, and you've been nice to me for a long time. That's like strange. Oh, look, see, he said good to finally meet you, Giggles. Is Fairy Tale your favorite anime?
No.
And he's a duck. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Yeah, so anyway, you don't have to stay here if you don't want to. Oh, you're not staying here? Oh, okay. She's leaving. Thank you for just playing. Thanks for being part of this.
Because I don't know what to do.
You could just, do stuff. She's wearing Yoda pants, which is pretty cool. Baby Yoda pants. You just...
Go.
His name is Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
His name is Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Are knives still an option for self-defense? If you know how to use them, that's good. I mean, they are. If knives are always an option for self-defense, if you know how to use them. If your idea for self-defense is a kachi, then probably not. I think that you need to know how to use them properly. I think that there's a lot of scary stories in the news today about that makes it seem like everybody out there is carrying guns, but I think that the percentage of people that are actually packing guns is still pretty small. I think that knives for self-defense is still an option. We need to remember that a knife is a tool like anything else. Like a gun is still a tool. A knife is a tool with a primary purpose, and cutting people should never be a knife's primary purpose, except for a few very specific types of knives, in which case it is. I think most of us carry knives as cutting implements, as utility tools. But yes, as a secondary purpose, they can be used to defend yourself, just like a hammer could be. You carry it to use as a hammer, but if you need to defend yourself with that bad boy, you're gonna claw somebody in the face if you need to. But yes, anyway, I think yes. Christopher, you know what? I will also agree. I will agree that guns are a better option for self-defense if A, you have access, B, you have the training. I think training with guns is actually even more important for proper use than with a knife, because using a gun for self-defense, unlike a knife, has a much bigger potential for collateral damage. Unfortunately, it does. I believe that, however, yes, that with proper training and with familiarity, a firearm is your best self-defense tool. It is. But you know, I think the problem is people that buy that gun or carry that gun and never treat it with the respect it deserves or requires. And, you know, it's a good point too, you know, can also be a very good blunt object. This is going to start a debate. There are a lot of people who would say that you should never carry it without one ready to go. I personally, if I'm going to carry, there should be one ready to go. That's why there are safety devices on the gun. That's why there are a lot of things. That's why you need the training. Yes, I think that if you are carrying, especially in self-defense mode, that tool should be carried ready to use, is what we'll say. All right, Phil, we'll see you later. Some people will say that it's an unsafe way to carry. However, I think safety is all in the user. Ow, I bit my tongue. I think safety is all in the user. You know what I mean? Safety is all in the hands of the person using the tool. Safety is not in the tool itself. Which, you know what I learned in weapons school is that there's always a yeah but, and there's always a except. There always is, but thank you, Peter. Appreciate that from you. I think in school they should have gun training. Hey, you know what? In school they used to have like rifle, marksmanship training and archery classes and stuff. And Dominic, I respect this. You know why? Because you are doing what you're comfortable with, and you are recognizing your own limitations in terms of where you're at with your training. And I think that's awesome. That's what you should do. And then when you feel like you're ready to walk around with it chambered and ready to go, then you do that. But I think that for you to make that statement is awesome, because you're not letting anybody influence you in the way that you choose to utilize your specific tool that you're carrying, What does this say? Yes, I cannot stress this enough. Train, and we're taught. We happen to be discussing. I don't know how we got on guns again, but we happen to be discussing firearms right now. That statement is for anything you're going to use, for anything, whether it's self-defense, whether it's at work, whether it's a hobby. The way you become good at anything is to practice. Practice, train. The way you defeat the Kodan Armada is train. Nobody just jumps in the cockpit of a Gunstar and is expected to, save the universe. You got to train at that first. So there you go. Anyway, is training with a pellet gun good alternative at range training? Okay, so actually, I'm going to say like this, no, because here's why. You're going to build muscle memory, you're going to build habit patterns. And so in one aspect, you can build, so your draw technique and your stance and things like that in your movements, yes, you can do that with a pellet gun. But there's going to be a lot of other things that you cannot do with a pellet gun, because you want to train with the exact, let's say it's firearm. Right? You want to train with the exact firearm that you're going to have in your hand, so that you get the feel of it, so that you get the movements of your fingers, of your body, and most importantly, the actual firing of that. How heavy is that trigger pull? What is the recoil like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? You want your body to absorb all that, because you can become an expert with that pellet gun, but the minute you're in a real life situation and you have that different trigger pull and you have that different sound and you have not internalized that, and your body has not really made that a reflex, then it is a different kind of thing. Now, let me change this though. So, but on another kind of thing, for some of the basics, so there's the Ruger 22 caliber pistol. in order to get down some of the basics, even though it's not the same, they sell the Ruger 2245, which is the Ruger 22 pistol, but with a 1911 style grip. They did that so that it felt more like the 1911. This is back when the 1911 was like the huge thing, right? So they did that so that people could shoot much more cheaply with 22, and you could work on your fundamentals of shooting without spending the money that you spend on a 45, but it has the exact feel of holding a 1911. So in a sense, yes, you can do some training with the pellet gun, but in order to get really good with that firearm, you need to train with the specific firearm that you're intending. That's going to be your self-defense tool. Where are we? So yeah. Is there a difference between a 17 caliber and a 22 caliber inside Joe? Oh, we're not going to go there. Yeah, this is all good stuff. My friend, a fan of snap caps. Well, all the things that I thought snap caps were required for, that I was taught way back when, turns out I was instructed wrong. So turns out you can dry fire a center fire, firearm as much as you like, and it's not bad. I was always taught that any dry firing will harm that firearm. Turns out that's not true. I do like snap caps though, because you can use the snap caps to run through all of the procedures as if they were live rounds, and stuff like that. So I like snap caps in a way. They have their uses, and it's certainly different than just using a shell casing or a dummy round or something like that. I like that. But originally, like I said, way back when, as a little baby private, I was taught we never dry fire our weapon ever. And now apparently we dry fire the living shit out of them to learn the exact, the trigger mechanics and all that stuff. So there's a difference. Yeah. So yeah, they have their places. How do we always end up talking about guns? How do we always do that? Hey, let's talk about whiskey. Let's switch it up a little bit. So I have here, which end is up? I think I just found out which end is up. This is a cool thing. I have a... Why did that just happen? That's weird. I have a do-it-yourself whiskey kit, but they kind of lie because you have to supply your own whiskey, so it's not do-it-yourself. But I've been working on this. So it comes with these 2 small bottles. So what I put in here is some from New York, some Brooklyn small batch, like Brooklyn. What's the word I'm looking for? Where do they make whiskey? Not a refinery. Refinery's not those. Somebody tell me, what am I looking for? Distillery. So small batch from Brooklyn distillery whiskey in these 2 bottles, and this kit then provides you with these barrel shavings, and the barrels have did you know there's a random Amongst Us video? Among Us? You know why? I'll tell you how that happens. That's Ethan messing on my computer. That's how a random Among Us video gets in the flashlight playlist. So then they get these different flavored wood. So as if the whiskey sat in wood barrels, right? So this is American Sweetheart. I don't know what the hell that is. This is also American Sweetheart. There's 2 of each. So this one has Vanilla Dream, and this one has dark chocolate. So I have been, Bespoke Post. I've looked at Bespoke Post and all the things they send out. I will never. People have asked me if I'll ever look at Bespoke Post, and I've been looking at the crap that they send out. I know I wouldn't trust anything that comes from Bespoke Post. Anyway, so this has the the different wood chips right now. This one is Vanilla Dream, and this one is Dark Chocolate. And they've been in here for about 2 months so far. I'm going to give them a few more months. Then you add in some more flavoring things, some aromatics. This one is Bird's Eye Chili. I don't think I want a spicy whiskey. This one is orange peel for a citrusy flavor. This one is a chai mix. No, thank you. This one's cocoa beans. This one is cinnamon. And then this one is coffee beans. And then so what you do is after you get, you give the wood. And so the thing is, so normally, whiskey sits in like the wood cask for a while to absorb the flavor. So they say that because they're like chopped up and it's sitting in there and it's where surface area, it absorbs that flavor longer. So there goes the microphone, guys. Hang on. Sorry. I got it. I rescued it. Okay, here we go. So then you get after it gets all of its flavoring from the wood chips, then you get to drain them out and put in the other aromatic stuff if you want. So like Johnny Walker Blue, one of the most expensive whiskeys on the planet, which I don't like. They have lots of different things. Sent on a ship. Wait, T-Doc, did you see? Wait, there is a difference between a Seeker 2 and a Seeker 3, and it has to do with the controls and the settings. Did you see the bourbon Sent on a Ship, Jefferson? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to there. Sorry. Your nephew went to Thailand and came back with a woman. Are you sure it's a woman? Is he sure it's a woman? Or identifies a woman? I don't know. I won't say anything. I don't know. What's the price of this, Peter? I think it was about $60 for the whole thing. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was just thinking, like, it should have come with the whiskey. I mean, for that price, should have come with the whiskey. But I can tell you that this whiskey has darkened a bit since I put the wood chips in it and everything, and I first put it in there. So I love a good whiskey, and I'm excited to try it out. And I'll probably have Dave taste this with me, and we'll try it when it comes out. But yeah, the Seeker 3, the Seeker 2, and the Seeker 3, I know there are differences. Bourbon that is aged on a ship that travels across the sea. Okay, no, that makes more sense. I have not seen that. Most expensive whiskey I've ever had was the Jack Daniel's, the Century. Yeah, the Sinatra Century. And this was on the channel at some point. So I've had Sinatra Select, which is like a $100 bottle of whiskey. And we've gotten a few of those different because they used to sell them on base. I've never had Corbel Brandy. No. So we had, so we got the Sinatra Select often because it was easy to get. No, they didn't come from a subscription box. I bought the kit to do it. But then they accidentally delivered to our shopette in Tyndall two of the Sinatra Centuries for the 100th anniversary or the 100th birthday of Frank Sinatra or whatever. And they were never supposed to make landfall in Florida. They're only supposed to be sold in 2 places. They're supposed to be sold in Vegas and in Heathrow Airport. As a $500 bottle of whiskey, $499.99, whatever. And so I bought one because how could you not? I felt like that was fate. It was delivered there the day that I went into the shopette. And so if I haven't made this clear, so I know I've discussed what the BX is on a base, or the PX. There's something called the yes, I did buy that crap, and it was delicious, by the way. So it was not crap. It was amazingly good, smooth whiskey, and multiple people enjoyed it. All of the officers loved Lefroy. That was their thing that they loved. I was not a big fan, to say the truth. So anyway, I thought it was like just the fact that that this Sinatra Century landed the day that I was going to the shopette, and the shopette called the Class 6 is basically the liquor store, the convenience store on a base. The Wawa, the 7-Eleven, the whatever. I had to get it. So I immediately got it and just hoped that I would not get in trouble with Sam at the time for getting it. And of course, she was thrilled that we had it, but we only opened it for very specific purposes. And so if you'll, the day that she got out of, we have a video, the day that she got out of the Air Force, she got out before I did, we had a drink of that $500 whiskey. I think the video is called "What Does $500 Whiskey Taste Like?" It is super smooth. It is very mellowed. It tastes very smoky. Anyway, it's good whiskey. I'm not sure I'd buy it again because now I know a little bit of how I can get the Sinatra Select and make it taste like Sinatra Century. But there's other things that we can do. But it was good. It was good. And now, there's lots of other bourbons and whiskeys that I've had since that, it was cool to have that one special bottle once upon a time. But now I'm more into trying other things out and, doing small batches and Japanese whiskey. Hate to say it, I don't know if I've had an American whiskey that was anywhere near like a good Japanese whiskey. They make some of the best, and they win awards. Like they win competitions, hands down. Peter, what is my favorite whiskey? I'm trying to remember. It was an Irish one that came in a blue bottle. Hague Club. That was my favorite whiskey ever. Hague Club whiskey. It was an amazingly smooth. You could sip it. You could mix it in a drink. Might have been. I think it's a Scotch whiskey. I haven't had it in a long time, but it was really, really good. Let me see if maybe we need to plug the thing back into the microphone since it fell. I don't know, Craig. Let's see. Hague Club whiskey was really, really good. I hope I didn't break the microphone. If you're hearing these staticky sounds. I hope maybe now it's better. Maybe the staticky sounds go away. The one that I keep in the house. You heard it before I dropped it. I don't know. I had the wire. I had the wire resting on my phone, and that might have done it because I know that when I have the external microphone wire sitting on the power cord, it makes interference. Maybe that was it. I don't know. What do I like to have around the house? You know what? I have all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I don't have any one specific kind sitting around waiting. I'll go and I'll see what looks really good. Actually, I'll show you what I have right here, right now. What my most current one is. You guys hearing static now that I removed the phone from away from the microphone? This is currently the one I have in the house right now. And I have really enjoyed this. This has been really good stuff. This is actually the second bottle that I've gotten. Because after we finished the first one, I wanted to have another one. So this is really nice and smooth. You can see it's kind of like it's like a mid caramel kind of mellowed stuff. Very, very good. I don't think it's a Scotch. No, do you hear my voice crack there? It's not so much a Scotch. It's just it's a triple distilled single malt Irish whiskey. Walmart? No. Does Walmart sell whiskey? Who buys alcohol at Walmart? Is anybody buying this? There's an actual liquor store. I'll do a shot. Anybody want to do a shot? I could use a shot. Yeah, I really think it was because I had the microphone wire sitting on the phone. I think that's what it was. I will do a shot. Hold on. Let me get a glass. Hang on, guys. I got to figure out where Giggle put stuff. She has cleaned and has made everything a much better environment for everyone. I don't even know what shot glass this is. There's a liquor department in Walmart? I have never... What? No, I'm just going to do a shot. You want to come have a drink? No? Harbor Freight? Why is everybody else buying whiskey at Walmart? What is wrong with our Walmart?
I don't think we have whiskey at Walmart.
I know we don't have whiskey at Walmart. What the hell? Why do we have such a shitty Walmart? I'm so angry.
Yeah, I want to buy a gun and just walk out with it.
Your boobs look fantastic on you.
You didn't even have a shot yet.
I don't need a shot to know your boobs look good. Okay. That is right. That's right. Because in PA, because the state was founded by Quakers. You know what I found out about the state? Thanks to Dave, we have a limited number. They have a specific number of liquor licenses that they will even give out in the state. So like, you can't just apply for a liquor license just because you're opening a bar. Like you have to hope that there's a liquor license available. It sucks. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Christopher. I forgot that we live in this. You gotta go to the actual store. That's why. She is hot. Yes, thank you for noticing. She is hot. This is what we'll drink to. Good boobs and shots. Anybody who wants to join in a shot, I'm gonna. You know what? I am so exhausted right now. She will be on future videos. She wants to get. Oh, she's telling me to shush. You can tell me to shush. You can tell me we shush if you want. Anyway, here's to good boobs and shots. It's good. It's smooth. It's nice. Well, listen. We're not talking about physically being in a state. Although, Anita, to be fair, I feel like people in upstate New York are being held hostage by the rest. I feel like there are prisoners of war in much of New York State. I was gonna highlight Craig's comment here. Only 1 million available. I forget you're in Wisconsin, Craig, and I forget I have friends over in Volksfield, in a couple different units there. I was just having this discussion with somebody today when they were like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York," and they said, like, "New York or the city?" And I said, "Listen, I'm not in there anymore, am I?" So, okay, like I got out. I'm not part of the People's Republic anymore. I know, Justin, you want me, I get it. I should mix it into a fine sipping cup. I know it should be done over ice and sipped. I know, but I do shots of stuff. You know what's interesting, Bob? See, you say this, and if you look at where they are, like on the sides, like where arms would be hanging off, like California and New York, they are the armpits. Yeah. Oh, coconut rum. We have, how many bottles of coconut rum do we have left up there? 500 bottles. We still have like 5 bottles of coconut rum.
500 bottles.
I love coconut rum, and Dave made sure I had, well, because it's hard to find my favorite brand of coconut rum. So, no, Justin, I understand you were joking, but there's a certain validity to what you said with good whiskey. Good whiskey should be enjoyed slowly on the rocks, you know. And there's only some that. Hey, Beast Boy, I just noticed you're checking in. How's it going? Like I was talking about, like I would not do shots of the $500 Jack Daniels. Like that is not a shot whiskey, although we did shots in the video where we tasted it. But you know, there's some whiskey that is for shots, and there's some that is for fine sipping over time. There is. Like this whiskey has a little bit of a, like I get a sweet little, like there's a little bit of a sweet aftertaste after you do a shot of it though. It's a really good whiskey. It's really good. Thinking about switching up my EDC spice wallet rotation. Maybe smoked paprika and garlic powder. Funny you should mention that. I made salmon last night for me and the giggle, and we had it was black pepper, garlic powder, and smoked paprika over lemon juice on top of the salmon. I think that's a great idea. I have to find this. I don't know where the spice wallet went. I figure out where the spice wallet is, because there has never been, in my history of unboxings, there has never been a reaction, I don't think, to anything like there was with the EDC Spice Wallet. I think that was my all-time most ridiculous, frustrated thing, you know? But this, you know what? This should maybe this should be on a wall somewhere. I could get down with that. Let's see, somebody asked me about, I couldn't tell you, man. See, this has so many different answers. I'll tell you what I love. I love Vietnamese food. I love stir fry. I love seafood. I love fried chicken. You just keep it going. I don't know. I couldn't pick one. I couldn't pick just one. I need fusion is what I need. That's cool. That's cool. No, I have not. I have not. I see it in the shop all the time, but I have not. Craig says Doc and Giggles sounds like a sitcom. In fact, what are we doing for dinner tonight? We gonna do the rice noodles and the... Oh, we didn't thaw out the beef tips, did we? I guess we're not doing that for dinner tonight. We are not. So, hey, speaking of nothing we're fucking talking about, we are going to be looking at a whole bunch of stuff from Off-Grid coming up next month. A whole bunch of stuff from Off-Grid. We've got a giveaway for an Off-Grid knife coming up. You, sir, are winning the race right there, let me tell you. Yes. I'm getting some more stuff from Monthly Knife Club. There's some extras. There are some extras going around. And he's sending me some stuff that I don't normally subscribe to just so I can look at it. I've already got a Tier 2 box, the name brand Tier 2. He's sending me an Ultimate box to look at with the warning that there's some mass stuff that we might not enjoy, but we're going to take a look at. We're going to taste the stuff that comes in Minotaur Trading Company and compare it to some actual MRE stuff. The Minotaur, it looks really good. I can't wait to eat the Minotaur. We already ate the chocolate that came in it. That German, British-looking chocolate. It was amazing. Yeah, it was really, really good. What else are we looking at? I've got some really great in-the-shop stuff coming up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still, my crappy lungs. I got sick but my lungs hold on to it. Like, so I'm not sick anymore, but my lungs refuse to just say like, oh, you're better now. So they just stay inflamed for a while. So not so much my lungs as my upper respiratory system. Yeah. We've got. I'm gonna do a collab video with Phil, who's not here right now. Hero Grind. He just got his hands finally on his like dream knife, the Benchmade 810. So I said I would do a little video with him talking about the 810. I've got a custom 810 I've been working on. Been waiting for the handle material to come in. I finally got the handle material that I want to work on that knife with. This is just water, guys. That's all. And I don't usually do gun videos because here's why. Because I like guns. I think guns are awesome. But I am not the most knowledgeable gun guy out there. I know there are 1.5 million people that can talk much more intelligently about them. But, however, I do know how to make them look very pretty in the shop. So a lot of you guys have asked to see some of that stuff. So I think I'm going to show you some of that stuff in the shop. So while I cannot speak as intelligently about the ins and outs of different firearms and stuff, as I can talk all day long about military systems, and you guys know that. And I won't do that again tonight, at least anyway. Craig, shut up, don't ask any questions. I can tell you and show you the process of doing some customizations. We're about to do a Beetlejuice themed, I think it's a CZ pistol in the shop. And it is not my shop. It is the father-in-law's shop. It is Sam's dad's shop. And we are working. So I work with him, for him, with him, around him. So there is a guy just brought in a CZ pistol. I don't know what model, but for his daughter, he wants us to do it up in a Beetlejuice theme. And me and him spent the last 2 or 3 hours of the day today brainstorming, just looking at the graphics online and printing out pictures and cutting them out and just sort of dry fitting them around the gun to see what it might look like. So I might show you that process as we do it, or I might just show you some other stuff. But a lot of folks have been asking, can we see some gun related stuff in terms of the custom things that we do in the shop? And so, yes, you can. Oh, this should be good, Corpse. What do you got? Anytime you can talk to me about firearms, but definitely. All right, Bob. If you're a good gun guy, maybe I will show the prettiness of the guns, and then you can talk about the technical specs. You don't like Corpse. You know, a lot of people don't like Spyderco's. I don't know what it is about Spyderco's. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned this. We just got a couple Caniks in the shop. So not a lot of people know about Canik. Canik is a Turkish brand. And so Darren's getting me into 3-gun shoot competitions. And if you don't know 3-gun shoot competitions, it's rifle, shotgun, and handgun. And Canik makes, I will owe you guys the answer to this. Canik makes a competition ready, because normally for a shoot competition, you got to get a handgun, and then you got to, so you can shoot it stock, or you can spend the money to replace the trigger and get a new slide and do all sorts of stuff with it, and get optics mounted and stuff like that, and get it all tricked out. Canik makes a competition ready 9mm tactical size. By tactical, we mean large frame, large barrel, threaded barrel, all this stuff. I will. Okay, here's the thing. I've had a shot. I have had nothing to eat today, so it's affecting me a little bit more than it should. So, Peace Boy, do you follow me on Instagram? Comment here if you follow me on Instagram. Hey, Cover Crop Rick, hello. We are talking about everything and nothing all at once. Corpse, we'll get back to the Spyderco stuff in a minute, but he mentioned Canik, and if somebody can remind me tomorrow, can message me on Instagram, Facebook. I have no you guys know I lost the DocP Facebook page. It's out there in the ether somewhere. I cannot control it. I can't communicate on it. I can't do anything with it. So you can't talk to me on it anymore. I can't answer it because of the hacking situation. But Peace Boy, I will try to remember, if you follow me on Instagram, we have in the shop the competition ready Canik 9mm. It's amazing. It is amazing. I have gotten my hands on it. I have tested that trigger pull. It is it is an amazing piece of firearms technology. And I would love to tell you exactly which one it is. I just hope I remember tomorrow to post about it. So anyway, somebody out there in the world message me on Instagram tomorrow and remind me to post about the Canik 9mm, the competition ready 9mm. It is awesome, and it looks badass too. It just looks badass. It's so cool. Darren took it, so he had to recertify for his. He's a former LEO, like a 29-year SWAT cop. His carry permit is a little bit different than everybody else's. No, Peace Boy, this is what I'm saying. I want to show you this pistol because this is the one I would recommend. Whether you're going to shoot competition or not, I would recommend this Canik. But I don't remember the model number. I don't remember it. Craig, it runs about 600 out of the box. But it comes with everything. I will do, you know what? I'm going to do a whole video in the shop tomorrow. I'm going to do a video in the shop tomorrow all about it. Even though I cannot speak as smart as Bob or some other guys could, I'm gonna do a whole video on this Canik tomorrow and show you everything that comes in it. It is such a complete set. Comes with all the tools you need. Even the tool for disassembly is like a little tiny miniature gun. And you take the little pieces off, and it's got like all the little wrenches and everything. It's such a cool firearm. I love it. But I really need one of you guys because I have short-term memory issues. I need one of you guys to remind me. Send me a message. Dominic, it is 9mm. I need one of you guys to remind me. And I know I'm going to end up with like 600 messages. And that's fine because I'll remember one of them to do a video of the Canik in the shop tomorrow and show you all about it. It's one of the finest handguns I've ever put my hands on, never squeezed a trigger on. It is amazing. And good old boy, I'm sure I don't blame you for being a diehard Smith & Wesson guy. I never even heard of this brand Canik before Darren showed it to me. It's a Turkish brand, but this one, it blows away. It makes a modified, souped-up, competition-ready Glock look like a piece of crap. I mean, it's so good. Awesome. Just somebody... all of you, everybody, nobody, somebody, whatever, shoot me a message on Instagram or an email or whatever and remind me. And I will in the shop tomorrow do a whole video because I have to do a video on a holster that was sent to me anyway. Kind of a universal holster. Best subscription box in 2022. You want to know what it is? Honestly, it's the Going Gear EDC Club, the premium EDC box. I know you guys weren't expecting that, but in terms of the usefulness of the items that I've gotten, I think it's the best. I think it's the best value out there right now. It used to be barrel and blade. Up until very recently, I would have said barrel and blade. But the EDC Club box has given me some of the coolest stuff that I actually use. Day to day, all the time. In fact, the Wii, not the Civivi, but the Wii Elementum, carry this around all day today. That flashlight, the E70, I fucking love it so much. That is in my work bag. Carry it to work every single day since the day I got it. Best money spent. Hands down, so far, right now. Best money spent. It's really, really good. Wait, what? Yeah, turn your body a little more sideways than straight on. I am left eye dominant. Okay. I do like CRKT. Yes, I do. I love CRKT. The problem with CRKT is that I think that a lot of their overseas stuff is overpriced. I think a lot of I love CRKT. A lot of their designs are awesome. Unfortunately, they want too much money for what they're giving you. You know what would be interesting? I don't do gun stuff. Would you guys like more gun-related stuff? So here's the deal. In the shop, we are not a gun shop. We are not a gun store. But we hold an FFL Class 3, destructive devices and all. What we do a lot of is internet transfers. People buy stuff through online or from someone or gun broker or whatever, and they transfer it through us and come in and do the paperwork and things like that. I think what would be interesting is a weekly roundup of the different kinds of guns that people transfer to us, through us. And I wouldn't do like gun reviews or anything like that, because I would never review something I can't intelligently speak on. I wouldn't do that. I have no business doing that. But I think it might be interesting for you guys to see the kinds of things that everybody's buying. Like, because we get some crazy ass shit. Like, so let me tell you what happened just last week. I got a box. I opened it up. Now, I don't know if everybody realizes this, but a lower receiver for an AR-15 or similar platform, just a lower receiver with nothing in it. It could have no trigger parts, no mechanics. The lower receiver is considered a firearm by the government. Just that piece is the firearm. So that has to be processed through the FFL. You have to do background check, things like that. Corpse, I'm not going to do gun reviews. That's not what I'm going to do. I promise that's not what I'm going to do. So this guy got two lower receivers, okay? Yes, I'm glad somebody finally got the Star League. I'm not going to do gun reviews. I'm not going to show you guns. I think it would be interesting maybe just to see like a day in the week of like what comes through our hands, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Craig, that's exactly it. But the trigger group goes in the. But that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe the trigger group should be the firearm, but the receiver is considered anyway. So I open up the box, and it's two lower receivers, complete with the stock assemblies and all that stuff. I look at it, and it's got FN's logo on the magazine weld. So that's the square part of the of where you put the magazine in the AR-15, and an FN, Fabrique Nationale, which, if you don't know, has had a contract to produce the M4 and the M16 before, just like Colt. I look over, and it says safe semi-auto, just like the M4A1. So yes, for a long time, the U.S. military did not have a fully automatic rifle or carbine. We had safe semi-burst. But with the M4A1, they went back to fully automatic because we were screaming for it over in the desert, like, we need this. So I look at it, and I'm like, what? Safe semi-auto? And the first thing in my head is, do you know the extra amount of paperwork I'm going to have to do? Because when we get a firearm in, I have to log it in through something called Fastbound, which is like the record keeping. It's all anyway. So I have to log that in, and if it's a fully automatic, if somebody's sending an automatic weapon, like, the amount of shit that I have to do to log that in properly and everything is like, goes from this to this. So there's two of them. But I try to move the selector switch just to make sure, function check. It doesn't go to automatic. It refuses to go to automatic. So I'm like, what the hell? Neither of them. I look further in the box. I see that it's sent from a place called Charlie's Custom Clones. And then there's a big red tag that says, attention, neither of these weapons are automatic. They are replicas produced in our factory, blah, blah, blah. So some dude is ordering, basically, he wants to impress his friends by thinking that he has the actual FN M4A1 lowers that can go to fully automatic. They can't. They physically cannot shoot. They don't have the equipment that goes to fully automatic. So they're like every other AR-15 in the world. They shoot just bang, bang, bang. That's it. I was physically sweating looking at these two fully automatic, what I thought were two fully automatic loader receivers that I was going to have to log in with all this extra shit. You need a whole tax stamp. You need to go through all this other paperwork. I mean, you need, so bought the SA-80. I don't know if you know the drama of the L85A1 before they actually got to the SA-80. And I mean, you could almost not distinguish between the two. But it's funny because the SA-80, which is basically the L85A2, but the complete unusable piece of crap that the British Army deployed to Operation Desert Storm with, the L85A1, which was even more non-functional than the original M16 that they sent to Vietnam. It's just a funny story because the SA-80 is an excellent firearm today, but its original construction, the L85A1, was, oh my God, what a terrible rifle. Well, here's what you can do. You can get an AR-15 with a 7-inch barrel, but you can get an AR-15 pistol and then not have to get the SBR tax. Anyway. Oh, that's okay, Fire Guy. Kevin, that's an important... Kevin, me and Ethan did a beef jerky unboxing video. We wore our shirts. Yeah. We did our shirts. So Bot, there's a great channel out there called Forgotten Firearms, I think it's called. And he just I just was watching him the other day. He did a great video on the L85A1 and the whole history and how they fixed it. It's pretty good. It was very good. Yeah. Oh, Kevin, we haven't even edited yet. It'll probably be up in the next couple weeks. But it was pretty good. Ethan was very excited to wear the shirt. You know what, Craig? Because it's got wood furniture, I bet everybody will think it's just another hunting rifle. We'll have no idea. So, when was Desert Storm? Desert Storm was 1991. Didn't they have that U.S. Army? They did. The U.S. Army Special Forces, the actual Special Force, like the only guys that are literally U.S. Army Special Forces, the Green Berets, they drove around in dune buggies looking for scuds. They had AT-4s strapped to the sides of it, and a 50 caliber, and they went around looking for the Iraqi scuds to blow them up. Bob, are you left-handed by any chance? I just wonder if that if you are, because I know a lot of people that hate bullpup rifles are left-handed, and most bullpup rifles do not offer left-handed options. And my dad's left-handed, and he hates bullpups for that very reason. Yes, Desert Storm was the first Gulf War, the big Gulf War. Yeah, and Kevin, we're going to do the tasting of it maybe this weekend to test it out. But thank you for joining us all the way from across the pond. And I have to tell you, I love all of my UK brothers and sisters and all the bros and broettes in the RAF that I've ever deployed with. So thank you for joining us, and I appreciate all your input. Craig, you know it's going to devolve into that sooner or later. So, Sunshine, I love you. You missed the giggle. She was on camera. She'll be back. You're right here. This is my Air Force wife, my internet wife, Sunshine. She just stopped by to say hi.
I want an internet wife.
You want an internet wife? You can have an internet wife if you want one. There's so much going on. I'm having trouble keeping track. Yeah, and Kevin, I was like, oh, Kevin's going to be so upset because he was so happy that he could tell everybody he saw that he knew who the giggle was and nobody else did. But then she decided to hop on for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, you're definitely going to want to go back and catch up because we talked about everything. Bring her back. Sunshine wants to see you. So it says, bring her back. It says, bring her back. It says bring her back.
Hi.
Favorite Muppet? If your favorite Muppet is not animal, you're living your life wrong. Internet wives are cool and all, but do you have a Minecraft girlfriend? I guess it would be her.
No.
No, I don't play Minecraft that much. No. Hi, Giggle.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Hi, welcome to this again. Welcome back. We still don't know what we're doing for dinner.
I do.
What are we doing for dinner? Air? I have 2 brownies from Wawa in my backpack again.
Yeah, we'll split that
Why
between
do
the
you
kids.
I have this much chicken corn chowder too that I just didn't eat the other day.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Not Beaker? No, I don't like Beaker. Beaker's a fucking meth head. Pizza.
Yeah. It says Fire Guy. All I saw was Five Guys. Now I'm thinking
Five
about
Guys.
burgers.
I want a big burger with mushrooms. All right, Kevin. I'll be starting your stuff, by the way, in the shop next week. I'm totally fine with it. Me and Mike could talk about warship for hours. That's true. And we have. Also, do you like beer? If so, what's your favorite brand? I'm about to identify myself as such a little sissy boy because my favorite beer brand is Landshark because I like the light stuff.
That's not too bad. I like bitch beer, like Mike's Hard.
That's
It's
not even
really
beer.
beer.
That's not even beer.
I call it bitch beer.
Well, I like Landshark because it's very islandy and it reminds me of good fun times. So she said, I don't know what this is referring to. There's so much going on, Sunshine. I don't even know. Her real name is Rachel, by the way.
Why are you telling people that?
Everybody knows that because I call her Rachel all the time. You know what I actually like too is I shouldn't have it because it has coriander seed in it. But Blue Moon. But they make like a mango wheat something that's pretty good. Or I really like Stella, which is weird because it's like the farthest opposite thing from Landshark, but it reminds me of being deployed, so I like that too. Ordinary sausage? No. That sounds like nothing I would. That sounds like something naughty. I don't know.
Ordinary sausage.
Ordinary sausage. But anyway. Wow. All right, guys. It is 7:43. We've been going for a little over an hour. So we're going to get going so we can figure out what's actually for dinner. What?
Paintball.
Is paintball a good training exercise? I'll tell you why it's not. It is because I guess you can work on some tactics, but you can't because paintballs do not behave like bullets at all. And most paintballers do not behave like actual tacticians at all. So if you're looking for an actual training exercise, I would say you want to do something with simunition, which is hard to find. Some people say airsoft is kind of sort of like it, but the thing is, the problem is most people that engage in those kinds of games don't behave like actual tactical professionals. So, but paintball definitely is not. Paintball is not because the guns and the tactics are not at all. Airsoft is probably closer, but still, most airsoft people are just crazy. They don't really. So no, I would not use that as a good training exercise. Not really. Anyway, the boys are back from camping, Sunshine, and they are here. Here's one of them. There's one. Aww. VR. So since you brought this up, we have a facility in Albuquerque at Kirtland Air Force Base I got to go to once upon a time, where we have the distributed. I can't remember what it's called, but basically, we hook up simulators all over the place. And they even have VR goggles that dudes like me on the ground could put in to see what's going on. And we have VR war training. It's still not as good. It's still not as good as actually just getting out and doing a field exercise. It's really not as good, the VR stuff. It never was as good as putting blanks in your rifle and putting on this laser tag type system we had called Miles, which was like laser tag. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, if you got shot, it made this really loud beeping noise and everybody knew you were dead. And just going out into the field and practicing at war. I mean, that was the best training there was. They still haven't come up with a better system for that yet. Anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to eat something and maybe have another shot. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys all coming in and and participating in this chat. I will show you some of the cool things that we get through our hands in the shop. I will not do gun reviews. That's not what I'm going to do. But I will show you just some of the things daily that come into the shop and we put back out. And yes, there's a background check for every single firearm that comes through our hands. Nobody gets something without passing the background, both a state and a federal background check, just so you know that. Anyway, you guys are cool. Thanks for participating. You guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And same time, same place next week. Love you guys. Bye.